Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of today's episode. It is the FA Cup first round replay. We have got our away day against a big League One team. We are away at Blackpool. We've come up the day before. We've had a night out on the Source, going down the promenade. We've seen the illuminations. We've had a little walk on the beach, dipped our toe in that freezing cold water. We've had a little trip up the Blackpool Tower. We've really made the most of it. I think if we go out of the FA Cup today, we can be satisfied with our achievements. Really gutting not to have won that first leg after being 2-0 up with only 10 minutes to play. But I think we've got to enjoy the fact that we've got this big away day, which is hopefully going to clear our debts. And the winner of this game, if we were to have a bit of luck, I mean, who knows, maybe they could get a red card early on or something. If we were to have a bit of luck, the winner goes away to play the winner of Burton versus Wigan. So that would be another big away game for the winner of this game. If we look at the finances, I don't know if the gate receipts from the first game have been applied yet. And things are going very slow. I don't know if my computer is doing a scan maybe, but oh my goodness, look how slow that was. That was horrific. Yeah, so we are 68,000 in debt. I don't think it is applied the gate receipts from the first game yet. I think it's waiting for the result of this game to apply the gate receipts, because that doesn't seem right. That only seems like maybe like 7,000 or something better than before. So I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see at the end of this game how things have been applied. But yeah, we want a decent amount of income out of these two games. I think an away game at Blackpool, if they have a decent attendance, with our share of the gate receipts, I think should be enough to clear our debts. I'm really hoping that. We've had to make a few changes for today. Jay Williams comes back in. Folks was sent off anyway in the last game, obviously gave away that late penalty that got the draw for Blackpool. Jim Fenlon has to come in at left back, Bailey Clements is suspended. He picked up a booking in the first game. So Jim Fenlon comes in. Real shame that Luke Warner-Ellie decided to leave us earlier in the season, because he would have been starting here. Surely he has got to be disappointed at the fact that he's not getting this big away game at a League One team. He's now playing Tier 7, of course. I have offered a couple of loan contracts to a couple of left backs from bigger teams just to fill out the squad, because I don't like relying on Jim Fenlon now. He's not anywhere near Bailey Clements' level. Now, in midfield, do I want to change up Jack Earing? I think I'm going to change him out for Jack Brown, because he is very tired after that first game. We've only had 3 days rest. You can see Ryan Croasdale is tired as well, but I really don't have a like-for-like replacement for him. Thomas Hughes, really tired as well. I think what I'm going to do is bring Thomas Hughes off the bench. I'm going to start Diamond Edwards. I'm going to put Diamond Edwards on the right wing and Max Waltman as the left inside forward, where he, of course, scored that winning goal in the playoff final last season. That aside, the only other player to come back in is Gabadebo, who has served his suspension, so Sonwunmi drops to the bench. Mark Miller is on international duty, so he cannot be in the squad today. Let's have a look here. We've got Kevin Locko that I could bring into the squad, but I think I'm going to give this place to Morton Spencer, the young ex-Leeds midfielder who, of course, wants to leave. But we've got on the bench then Sonwunmi, Spencer, Jack Earing, Thomas Hughes, Burstow, who... again, I think is going to get his chance with James Price being pretty tired. Leo Gaxa, who actually has a bid from Leatherhead to leave the club. I'm not going to be too bothered if he does leave. I think that'll actually help us in terms of freeing up a little bit of wage budget, because I cannot sign anybody right now. I have identified a really good goalkeeper. I've identified the left back that I want to come in and replace Luke Warner-Ellie. but I can't offer him any money at the moment. I think I have identified the striker that could shoot us into the Football League in the future. And again, I can't offer him anything right now. So a little bit frustrating. There are a number of players that I feel would really take us to the next level. But at the moment, it looks like I've got to wait until hopefully we get up into the Vanarama National League next season. Or at the very least, if we stay in this division another year, that our wage budget is increased by the board. But so if Leo Gaxa leaves, I might be able to get one of those players in to help us this season. So yeah, King James is still not ready yet. He has got another 4 days of rehab to do before he can play again. So yeah, that's how we're lining up. Blair, Williams, Fenlon, Gabadebo, Ray, Jack Brown, Crowsdale in midfield, Diamond Edwards, Marsh Hughes, Waltman and James Price. Again, there's really no pressure on us. We've achieved our aim, which was to get a big away day against a League One club with a decent sized stadium. We will see in a moment how full their stadium looks, but hopefully this is going to be a big payday for us. I would have taken this before we were 2-0 up with 10 minutes to play in the first game. I would have taken this. A little bit disappointing now to be at Bloomfield Road after being in such a good position. I'm going to make some changes here. I'm going to take off the overlaps and we're not going to play out of defence. I'm not going to run at them either. We're going to play for set pieces. I will then... Do I want to hold shape? No, I am going to play into the flanks though. I don't want to start holding shape yet. I do want us to have a go when we do win the ball. But I am going to drop back our line of engagement and we're going to see what happens there. So those are the tactical changes. And as we did in the first game, I'm going to drop Marsh Hughes back into midfield and Crowsdale is going to be... I'm actually going to set him to specifically mark their number 10 this game, although he did a great job there in the first game. And our wingers are going to mark their fullbacks. So basically pretty much all the same changes we made for the first game. I'm going to stay on a positive mentality. I'll see how things are going. I'll maybe consider going to balanced, but we'll stick with that for the moment. And there you go. What message do I give the players here? We're the underdogs today. Go out and cause a few surprises. I am going to tell them. Nobody reacts. Okay, I probably chose wrong there, but now as we just go through the lines, the players are responding. So here we go. No pressure. This is one to enjoy. It looks like the stadium is barely full. Our away fans seem to be the biggest section of the attendance at today's game. So that's disappointing. Maybe that means we are not going to clear our debts today. Maybe it needs to be a third round game before you can kind of count on that. And they get the first chance. Yeah, there really isn't a good crowd in the stadium. That's a shame. Nice for our players to be in a big stadium game. But I think we're seeing the pattern here that they are going to dominate at home now. We had our chance in the first game. We really should have gone through. We've had our opportunity. I think that has gone now as they get in, and it's a great save from Blair. Let's just encourage the players. Can we get it away? We have given away another penalty, and that's Jay Williams getting himself booked as he comes back in the team. He gives away a penalty, and we now need Sam Blair to create some heroics, and he can't. Bond goes the same way as in the first game, but Sam Blair goes the other way. Oh, come on, boys. I think to do it here away at a League One team was just asking a bit too much, wasn't it? Let's encourage them. Can we at least make a game of it? Can we kind of show that we are not a bad team? kind of try and go out with our heads held high. We are defending narrow, but that does not help us there. The FA Cup run is over. I think 20 minutes in, we can say that. Sykes got away from Fenlon. Fenlon really not of the level anymore to be able to compete with these League One players. Maybe it was even a mistake to bring him on in the last game when we were 2-0 up. Kind of wanting to get fresh legs in. Maybe I should have just stuck with the higher quality, even if it was tired. And we do now have an attack as Waltman gets in, and that's a decent effort. That's a decent effort. I think that's the best we can hope for now. Just really sort of going away with our heads held high. We get a free kick, but it's really poor from Jack Brown. And McGee now intercepted by Gabadebo, back in the team, but he hasn't had much impact. But Price gets in, and he's missed a great opportunity. He could have really made a name for himself there. That is a real shame. 2-1 going in at half time. I mean, it would have just given our fans something to shout about. Scoring away at a League One team, I think, would be a very nice consolation for us. Now, what do I do here? We are getting absolutely creamed on the break. They've had a number of through balls that have really got into us. And Williams is now going to be sent off. And now I've got no right back for the next game. Jim Fenlon is going to be coming in at right back for the next game. What do I do here? Crowsdale is going to have to go to right back. Oh, what a shocker. Let's just put our fullbacks on defend. And today, our lack of discipline in these two games has really, really cost us. Let's bring Marsh Hughes back on support as a deep line playmaker rather than advanced playmaker. But I think we might want to rest him later. What other options do I have? I mean, I've got Sonwunmi on the bench. He could come on, and maybe we could move George Ray to the fullback position. Jim Fenlon is having a nightmare as well. I mean, Jim Fenlon has been booked as well. What do I do here? Crowsdale's pretty tired. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put Jim Fenlon at right back, which is, he's a right footer, so it's more his natural side. I'm going to put George Ray in at left back. I mean, he can't play there, but he is a technical defender. So, I mean, in terms of technical ability, he might be okay. And I'm going to bring Sonwunmi in. I mean, I can't really do anything more than that. Let's go to a balanced mentality. Omar Sonwunmi gets his chance. And what a disaster this has turned into. I mean, it shouldn't affect us in the league, should it? I mean, we're going really well in the league, but it's never nice to be so well beaten. And this one is absolutely over. Defending narrow has not helped us at all today. We've been played off the park. Bon and Ndai have been pretty much unplayable, and Ndai not being specifically marked now is going to get a lot more freedom. That's a shame. Game over at half time. Oh dear. There you go. That was one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen. I certainly can't remember us being so comprehensively played off the park since we have become AFC Russian and Diamonds manager, but we have to kind of respect the level of the opposition. Mason Burstow is going to come on. We are going to go more direct now. We're going to look to just hit him. We're just going to look for the ball over the top from the goalkeeper, and let's hold our shape. I mean, we've got to accept that this game is gone. We're not going to be able to save it now. I'm just going to rest James Price. We've got Lloyd Hughes as well. Yeah, Lloyd Marsh-Hughes we could maybe rest a little bit later. We've now used 2 substitutes. Ray and Lloyd Marsh-Hughes are the 2 players that are a little bit more tired than others. Let's just demand more from the players. Let's see if we can get a consolation goal maybe. I guess it's just disappointing not to have competed. That's the biggest thing. Waltman getting in on the break here. Can he finish? Ah, that's a shame. Right, let's make our last change here. Now, who do I go for? Ray or Marsh-Hughes? I think with him being booked as well, I think we're going to bring off Lloyd Marsh-Hughes. And I think I'm going to bring in Morton Spencer just to rest the regular starters. And again, for Morton Spencer, it just gives him perhaps a little bit of a confidence booster. Maybe he could change his mind about wanting to leave if he feels a little bit more like he's getting the chance to play. I guess if you look at the stats, we've actually had a lot of shots. We've kind of, although we've lost 3-0, we have kind of given a decent enough account of ourselves, at least at the other end of the field. Defensively, we've been obviously all over the place as they now make it 4. Defensively, we have not competed, but in terms of what we've done with the ball, we've kind of shown at least that we're a decent footballing side. So the League One team will advance. We have not been able to step up our level away from home. Again, I mean, you know, we're a tier 6 team and they're a tier 3. There's a huge expanse between the 2 sides as Edwards gets a cross in and it's headed against the post. Again, we just couldn't get that consolation goal. Maybe there's one more chance, is there? They're just now stroking it around, calm as you like. So Wunmi wins that nicely. Spencer into Waltman. Burstow, he couldn't get it back to Waltman, who was making the run, and then Jack Brown couldn't find Burstow with the through ball. I'm happy for this game to end now. We don't need another highlight. We don't need this to continue. Dear oh dear. I don't want to lose 5. Alright, one more chance. No, it's over. The important thing now is to have a look at the finances. How has this affected us? I'm going to tell them they did themselves proud. Or I'm proud of your efforts. Yeah, I'm proud of your efforts. I'm not going to say they did themselves proud when they lost 4-0, but I mean, it wasn't as bad as the scoreline suggests in the end. It was really that first half when we were really all over the place in the first 20 minutes. And then going down to 10 men just really ended the game for us. I will come back to the press conference. So we get 3,000 for losing the game, which every little helps, I guess. Jay Williams, he's just come back off a suspension and he gets sent off again. How do the finances look after that? I mean, that's pretty nice, I guess. I mean, 33,000 in debt is the lowest it's been really since our first season at the club. And I mean, we're 71,000 up for the season. I guess we can be quite pleased. We've got 93,000 come in this month, 66,000 in gate receipts, and we're still only halfway through the month. It's nice. I mean, it hasn't cleared the debt completely, but it does make things look a lot better. So that's nice. When are we going to be back? The Gloucester game has been put back to the middle of December. So I think that is the game that we're going to want to come back for. I mean, December is just going to be absolute hell now. I think we're looking at a double header. I mean, this is horrific. We've got 3 away games against 3 of the top teams. We might even come back for a special triple header. Blythe away, Gloucester away, Chester away. If we look at the table where those 3 teams are, Gloucester in second, Blythe in 7th, Chester in 6th. That is an absolutely horrific run of 3 away games. So I think those 3 games are going to have a major impact on how things look at the end of the year and how we are set up for the second half of the season. The only good thing is that all of the top teams that we have played, it has been away from home in the first half of the season. So hopefully that means the second half of the season we can have a really big push. But we'll have to see how many points we can take out of these, because you can see we're playing Tuesday Blythe, Thursday Gloucester, Saturday Chester. That is absolutely horrific. Yeah, that is going to be a tough one. So yeah, I'm going to get into this. We're going to play through November and into December, and I will see you guys back here unless one of these games gets rearranged for cup fixtures. I will see you guys back on Tuesday the 10th of December 2024 when we take on Blythe in the first of 3 enormous games. Thanks for watching. Our FA Cup game or our FA Cup run is now over, but if you've enjoyed watching it, drop a like on the video and maybe share for us and help us out with that. And yeah, we'll see you very soon for another episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds. Thanks again.